there, fans. Welcome to another project update. We got another month in the books, so let's go ahead and take you through the agenda today. As usual, we go through what we've accomplished in the previous month, what we are still working on, and what we've got coming down the pipeline. So let's start off with the obvious, right? Let's start off with the fact that we missed releasing a new scene in the prior month, which was the month of August. We anticipated that, right? We told you guys that it didn't look like we were going to be able to make it due to the fact that we were just lagging behind on the animation. The action was too intense. We hadn't started scene 18.3 until the month before, and really when there's a lot of action, it really takes a lot of time to animate this and the timing and so on and so forth. So I wasn't able to finish getting the scene done until it was like last week. I think it was last Monday or Tuesday, but obviously it was after the last Saturday of the month. And even if I had done it, let's say a couple of days before the last Saturday of the month, Nolan needs time. Nolan needs time to do the sound, the score, the sound effects, etc. Mike needs some time to composite everything together as far as the editing goes and so on and so forth. So we knew that we were going to miss it. We told you guys that. It happened. But the good thing is we did finish it. 18.3 has been completed. Nolan is working on the score and the sound effects as we speak, right? So completion of 18.3, completion of smoothing for 18.4, and then the special effects that goes with it, that was completed. So like I said, Nolan's going to be working on that. Hopefully we'll have that done soon. We're still not going to go ahead and post that particular scene anytime soon. Why? Because I need time to now handle 18.5, right? Which we'll talk about going forward. Vicky's still working on the scene. Now, here's the interesting part. Vicky should almost be done with her part. I know I keep saying that month over month, but it's a complex situation, right? It's a complex scene. It's a complex event that's taking place. This building is literally collapsing, and so she's working on that to make it look as good as it can be. We've hit a bit of a snag with scene 4. Scene 4, if you guys recall, is where it's a space chase scene where the Combaticons are chasing Springer and Rodimus, throughout space. We have a portion of it rendered out, which Jonathan was able to do for us way back when, but we wanted to go in and fill a couple of things more. We made some adjustments throughout, and so we wanted to extend that scene a little bit more. So Jonathan went in and did some fillers. Unfortunately, those fillers were never rendered out. And as you guys might recall, at some point last year, Jonathan decided to unfortunately drop off of our team due to personal issues. Since then, we have wished him well. I'm not sure of the details of what's going on in his life. However, they're impacting. They're impacting. And so he needed a break to handle the things that he needed to handle. And obviously, we wish him all the best, and we thank him immensely, because without him, we would not be where we're at today, right? And so we wish him well. I've periodically reached out to him just to make sure that he's okay and that he's doing well and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, we've gone communication silent. And unfortunately, the extension of that scene now is up in the air. Be it that we haven't had communication with him for almost a year now, I'm concerned regarding that section. That particular scene as a file was never put into our drive, so I have no idea if he still has it. I have no idea if somehow, based on his last technical issue, it got deleted. So I don't know. But I'm not going to gamble it. What I'm going to actually do is, once Vicky's done with what she's working on, I'm going to have her transition and remimic those filler scenes, so that way we don't lose any movement. I mean, we still got a lot to go, right? As far as animating the sub scenes, we don't. But as far as rendering, it's going to take time by the time that we get to scene 4. So I'm hoping to have her work on that very, very soon. I mean, as soon as she's done, I'm going to have her transition into that. What's next? Obviously, I mentioned what we're going to be posting in this at the end of this month is going to be subscene 18.3 and 18.4 together. Both have been done. Both have been completed. Both will be posted at the end of this month. What I am going to work on, and actually I have already started. If you guys I don't know if you guys can see there back there. I'm actually starting to work on 18.5. Good thing is 18.6 has already been done. I did that because, you know, these small sub scenes that were pretty small, I did them way back when. So I just got to smooth it out. Shouldn't take me that long because they're small sequences. But as 18.6 is pretty much done. So I just got to make sure that everything lines up correctly and timely. So that's what's coming up next. 18.5, 18.6. Obviously, Nolan is going to be working on the scores for that as well. When we will post that, that'll happen next month, more than likely the final Saturday of next month. That way it gives me all of this month in September and halfway through the next month, October, to go ahead and finish scene 18.5. And it's action intense. A lot of kicking and dodging and flips and so on and so forth. All that takes time. So that's what we got. We also posted our tech spec for the month, and it was none other than Optimus Prime. If you guys have not seen that, check that out. I will link the description, or I'll link the episode in the description below. So if you haven't checked it out, by all means, I recommend that you do check it out because it's pretty cool, some good information. This month's tech spec will be none other than Megatron himself. Obviously, he's the last guy that we have to go, and we will post that recorded somewhere during the middle of the month. So that's pretty much it. Obviously I don't have a recap for you guys for this current month because obviously we did not post. But stay tuned with us. Again, we're almost there. We've got 18.5, 18.6 coming up. Then we've got 7 through 12 still remaining. Some of those have been animated already and some of them haven't. So it's a bag of tricks, but you know, we're pushing through it. What I plan on doing is giving you guys possibly some updates to the sequel. I know a lot of you guys have been interested on where it's going to go, and you guys are kind of ahead of the curve, right? We're not done with this current one. You guys are already trying to find out information from the second one, but that's cool. We do have some things. We have environments that we can possibly show. We have already some character designs that we've done. No other progress has been made because the focus has been, you know, solely on finishing up this project. I don't have the time to do other things. There's times where I get bogged down, you know. I don't know for you guys who have done art, if you do something for too long, or just anything in general, actually, when you do something for too long, you kind of get bogged down and you kind of like, oh, and you need to switch. And when it comes to art, I kind of tend to do that, man. If I do one type of art for too long, I get kind of like antsy and I feel like I want to do something else. So like if I've been 3D modeling for too long, then I want to do some character design. If I do character design for too long, then I want to do some animating. If I do some animating, I want to do I don't know why I do that. And I'm trying to stay as focused as I can because I really don't like having these gaps in between, right? My thing was to give you guys a scene, at least one scene every single month. And obviously I fell short of that goal in the month prior. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. So guys, tell me what you guys think, what you guys have liked so far. Share with me in the comments. I know there's a lot of back and forth. There's been some great comments, some great feedback, and I really do appreciate that because it really does help us to make those improvements for the final. For example, one fan, one of you guys pointed out the size difference between Fowler and the robot. So let me backtrack. Right, we posted a rendered clip, an animated rendered clip of scene 8, where Springer's telling kind of his story of how he became a triple changer. We did post that, and again, somebody made a comment that the height comparison between the Autobots and Fowler just seemed off. Fowler seemed really small, and I looked at it, and I go, wow, you know what? You're absolutely right. So I hadn't noticed that before because what happened was when we were on Soft Image, I made sure that I scaled everybody completely. I looked at the book as reference, and I kind of looked. So maybe when we transitioned from one software to the other software, that didn't carry over, and so we'll be making that adjustment and correction for the final version. So thank you for that feedback, whoever that was. I'll see if I can post whoever that the name of that individual. And again, a great help there. Guys, on that clip, it says rendered, but within the description, it's not the final version. It wasn't composited, right? We didn't do the multitude of layers to composite it, right? There was no specular, there was no diffuse, and so on and so forth. And you guys might not understand what those terms are, right? Those are the different passes, render passes, right? Ocular occlusion. Those are different types of passes to give you the final product. So it's just basic render without those multitudes of layers. So it's there in the description. Maybe you guys might not know what those things mean, but I do want to let you guys know that is not going to be the final product. The final product, we are going to try and mimic exactly what Jonathan did and recreate that visual from the promo, the Bruticus reveal, the intro, etc. Right? So guys, that's pretty much it. That's what I have for you guys. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the project so far. Again, tune in middle of the month so we can get you that Megatron tech spec. And until the next time, guys, till all are one, peace out.